Guten Tag! In this episode, I'll be discovering the east part of Berlin where all the tourist attractions end. Okay, so if you want to see how beautiful Berlin is, come join me. I'm new in Berlin, Germany. As you know, Berlin has been more generously endowed than any other city in Europe because of the size of the lakes, forests and rivers. As we fly over the metropolis on the clear day, we will immediately appreciate the views. Okay, now my purpose traveling to Berlin and the other countries in Europe is to discover the best coffee that they have here. Now, I'm walking at the famous street called the Kurfürstendamm, or locally as Kudamm. This cafe is called the Karas. It's a gourmet cafe. Coffee, coffee! I can smell it everywhere. Guess it's time for me to take a break. I'm having latte and charcoal croissant. The price for charcoal croissant is €5, which is RM20, and latte for €4, which is RM16. Here in Kudamm is where you can find shopaholics. This place is filled with all the branded shops, souvenir stations and cafes. I'm currently on my way to see Uncle Maliuddin. He is a Malaysian who have been living here for about 25 years. So, he will guide me in my journey of finding the most delicious coffee in Berlin. So stay tuned! Uncle Mali is bringing me to one of the most exclusive cafe in Berlin. This cafe is called Berliner Cafe Rösterei, but sadly we couldn't interview the owner because he's not around. And the manager is too shy to be interviewed. So, what I've learned about this cafe is that they roast their own coffee beans. And they use Luxus Cafe Bohnen, which is the third finest coffee beans in Europe. And usually, local celebrities and politicians would hang out here for a cup of coffee. So, I've ordered the special espresso, which is espresso marzipan and hazelnut. And Uncle Mali ordered espresso caramel. So now, me and Uncle Mali is at Berliner Cafe Rösterei. Is it right? Rösterei. It means
Berliner
coffee roast. Because the specialty for this cafe is that they roast their own coffee beans. Yeah, I mean, you can see from inside there's the coffee beans machine, how they roast the coffee beans. Okay, marzipan is made from honey and almond milk and some, I think this hazelnut inside. Not the chocolate hazelnut, is the, I think, the hazelnut syrup. Is it good? Is it sweet?
Yeah, very sweet.
Ah.
Very good.
So you don't need the sugar. Oh, you just put the sugar. Okay, so I'm going to try my coffee now. I can taste the almond.
Yeah?
Yeah. The almond and the hazelnut. But you know what? It's espresso, so I think I need sugar. While walking to the train station, I get to sightseeing around Berlin. To me, Berlin is almost like New York City, concrete jungle where everyone is always on the go. So we have now arrived at the train station. Berlin has excellent rail links, which is used to be called Lauterbahnhof, but now it is transformed into new Hauptbahnhof. Now, I'm going to the East Berlin to complete my mission in finding the best coffee in Berlin. Right now, Uncle Mali is bringing me to Mainhaus am See to meet the manager, Olaf, and taste their famous cappuccino here. Mainhaus am See means My House of the Lake in English. Guess what? They also have a nightclub here, but of course, they do serve coffee. And Italian-German fusion cuisine. The interior here is super comfy and relaxing. Okay, so hi Olaf,
hi.
I'm Farah.
Hi Farah.
Thank you
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for inviting me to your lovely
It's my pleasure.
cafe. I'm going to ask you about the concept of this cafe.
Yes.
Okay, I see it's like a cinema? It's like
No,
an old cinema?
it was a former bookshop.
So, is it like it's like a must place for tourists to come, or is it more locals?
No, we have 60% tourists and 40% locals. Yeah?
Oh.
But we have a lot of expat customers. So every day we're speaking 90% of the day in English. Not because we're just having tourists. It depends on the expats.
So apart from I don't know, I see bars and do you have food?
We don't sell food here. Just if you book the whole location for a private event or for a company's function, then we have a restaurant not far away, and then we can make here finger food, flying buffets, or gala dinner.
Mali, we are going to walk around the east side to find other cafes to taste their coffee. We are supposed to visit Cornelik Cafe, but they are hosting a VIP guest private party. Well, Uncle Mali had told me before, some of the best cafes here doesn't want to cooperate with us. But I guess I have to search on Google, and one of the highest ranking cafe is just around the corner. So, here we are. The place is called the Zuka Cafe, which is famous for their pastries. And of course, I'm here to try their exquisite coffee. So right now, I am having an espresso called Esquisito Espresso with raw sugar. Esquisito Espresso is originally a coffee recipe from Italy, which means the espresso is made with 90% coffee beans and only with boiling water. The aroma is so mesmerizing. Oh, I can taste the kick of the coffee. It's so good. You have to try this. So, before we head back to the west, we first stop in the place called Winter Garden, which is in the Literature House. Literature House is located in a 19th century townhouse, which is one of the Berlin's most important and most beautiful places for literature. The range of event is quite impressive, I see. Literature House Berlin holds readings of essays, diaries, letters, non-fiction, and including academic papers. In addition, many of the presented texts are especially written as Literature House commissions. So I think we should make a stop here, and of course, to enjoy their coffee and enjoy their beautiful surrounding. It's so peaceful. We know, of course, that Berlin's charming Literature House Cafe is already a firm favorite with locals and visitors alike. But bear with us. Even in a place as popular as this, there are still one or two hidden highlights that many will simply miss. The cappuccino here tastes lighter than the other cappuccino that I tried today. I think this cup of cappuccino is more of a milky, and the foam is more fluffier. I think this is definitely suitable for those who don't like the heavy coffee taste. And now it's only 4 o'clock here, but it's already dark in autumn. But my mission is not complete yet. So I think I need to travel by train back to Bernaner Street and we are going to have a dinner at a fine dining restaurant. Well, with all the walking and with all the coffee tasting, I am definitely getting famished. So we are going to have a dinner at a fine dining restaurant. I can't wait. And guess what? This restaurant is called Supersonic. Sounds like a cartoon, right? And guess what? The chef is Uncle Mali's friend, which is awesome. In this restaurant, they serve traditional German cuisine. Here, they are also famous with cappuccino as well. And you know what makes their coffee special? They are gonna use 3 types of coffee beans for their cappuccino. I wonder how that's gonna taste. Let's try!
I see this cafe is it's a kind of unique.
Unique, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like more like a restaurant, right? Yeah.
It's like between, yeah. It's
in
like
between.
Yeah. In the day we are like open from 12 until 4. It's like a coffee with cakes and coffee, and at 6 we're cooking in our kitchen.
So you're a barista and a chef, so
Yes,
you can make coffees and cook, which is best in both worlds, you know? So what is your, your specialty in food?
That we cook Italy style, yeah.
Italian food.
So Italian food, we mix it with German food, and there's some Asian part too, but yeah, it's like a Italian food, yeah.
Italian food, yeah. So do most of your customers are locals or tourists?
There are a lot of tourists because far away is the Mauer Park, so on Sunday and Saturday a lot of tourists here. But yes, of course, we have the neighbors that go weekend to the
So,
you'd like to try something?
yeah, sure.
I have to
Give me your...
You like some risotto, Sepe risotto?
yeah,
With
that
some mussels and
that
pulpo?
sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good. Anton just made me a special dish. It's a risotto with octopus and scallop. Let's see, asparagus. It's good. I think it's heavier than rice. So I'm ending my day in this Supersonic Cafe. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next episode.
In the next episode, I will be traveling to Prague, Czech Republic. Of course, my mission is still gonna be the same, to find the best coffee. So I'll see you there.